set.
Jack gets it from McVeigh. They're trying to set up the loose man here through the middle.
Corridor.
Kirk gets it from Moore inside the forward 50. Touched off the boot. He didn't get enough on it. Ball at ground level. Jude Bolton comes to him again. Scramble of players. Swallow fishes it out. Punch forward.
Got Jared Moore forward of the pack. If they can get it through, he's ducked his head. Not sure about that.
I agree totally with you, Jared. What can a tackler do when a player ducks his head like that just prior to be tackled? No doubt that should have been either if he kept it in, holding the ball. You cannot stop that.
No.
He's just standing there, isn't he?
Yeah. Here's a chance from here, though.
Marty Matnap, former Adelaide Crow. 32 goals in his 147 games.
He's hit it well.
He's hit it pretty well. He got it clean, he got it straight, and he gets the opening goal of the afternoon.
Nice ruck work.
High ball. Edwards has to stand and wait underneath it. Craig Bolton over the top. Warren again. Picked up by Adams. Found himself in a bit of space. Up and under. Gee, Thomas. Just got ripped, just pushed Henry up the way and took the mark.
Well, they say is there a second action in the marking contest, and we'll just have a wait and see whether Lindsay Thomas used his hands. No, he used his body, which is all right if he keeps watching the ball. Matter of fact, it was good play because he saw where Hanbury was going to be standing, and just at the last second took his eye to the ball, which made it a good marking contest.
Lindsay Thomas, he's under some pressure in the media here in Melbourne today. Big article on him in the weekend's press. Needs to lift. Does he deliver?
Yes, he does, Jared. He gets their first goal. He can read and he can kick. I'm not sure why it was called play on, but
you only have to blink sideways and it's play on now.
Last night, a man took 12 steps sideways before it was called play on. Counted them. I'm confused, but anyway. Bradshaw holding.
Oh, McGlynn's popped up and got a nice one on the back.
Well, Rawlings got it to Farida, who drives it to the invisible man. There's no one home for North Melbourne, but he did get plenty of distance.
Well, that was Malcheski there. I know who I'd like free. I know Brady Rawlings can get it and accumulate it, but his penetration wouldn't be the same as Malcheski. And it probably... Oh, we got a free kick. Oh, we got a free kick for an elbow off the ball. Trying to pick up...
Yeah, against Mumford.
Well, if it was just a flick of the forearm backwards... Now, that's not bad. That can't be... Oh, umpire. That's not it, Jared, is it? Please tell me that's not it.
That's it, Yuri.
Oh, there's a lot of explanation going on. Let's watch Hale with the kick for goal to square it up. It sneaks in. He gets it.
Well, the umpires are really been, I guess, asked to focus on these issues, but
there had to be something before that, Jared. Please tell me.
This was it. I know.
Please tell me
not to tell you that. That is just basic ruck work.
Oh, please. Now, this umpire, check him out. I don't think he might be umpire for a fair while. It's Matthew Nichols. That is one of the worst decisions I've ever seen. You've got to have some physicality in the game.
No hole. Just off the line. Found his skipper.
That's it, hole. Play on. It's got me.
High ball. Easy one for Bolton to edge his opponent out. Called a push against Edwards.
Two actions. Straight through. That's it, hole.
Yeah, you can use your forearms, but
can't push with.
No, exactly. That's exactly right.
He's round.
Edwards from 53 fancies himself to get it home, get it long, and fancy he does.
Thumbs up.
Mumford found front spot very well there. Got it to Kirk, and running by was McVeigh, but just a little fumble.
Nice ball won by Swallow.
Yeah, it was tough, wasn't it? Got it out, but Edwards' handball went astray. He was looking for Adams. On the end of it is Bolton. Goods cutting through with strength, with skill, and with all class. Adam Goods, you're a star.
Did come out there, Adam.
So Sydney pressing here. No goals so far in this second quarter. Trying to work out there was Mumford, but Swallows in first.
Right. Eyes up! Face the footy! Face the footy!
McIntosh dangerously to Kirk. Threw it on the boot across the face. That's a mark to Bradshaw. That's not a push. We've seen a couple paid already like that, Tony. What do you think?
Well, I'm looking at Jared Hill, and he sort of had the eyes up in the air going, I don't know whether I missed this one. Again, a lot of times we're proven wrong by replay, but looked like there was a hand pushing forward in that contest.
Bradshaw, 10 metres out. It's a soda for him, and he puts it through, and he puts the Swans in front.
Ben?
Kieran Jack, beaten to it, beautifully done by Swallow. Releases Harvey, hit the post last week. This week, he kicks it straight through. Phoebe, outside of him, Jeddah, into the pocket. White, the target. Made good position, got to beat a couple now. Crumming, Moore. Back to Kennedy. Chance here for White. Into some space now. Goes back. They can set up. They've got Malcheski in the middle. One hand, and he can get home from there. He's a big kick.
Well done to White, Jesse White, to keep the ball alive there. He looked like he didn't have an idea what he was going to do with the ball, but handball out to Seavey, who's been very, very good for the Sydney Swans since coming across from West Coast Eagles. Just picked his mark, nearly missed it. This man's normally a beautiful kick, although might have lost a bit of penetration since his injury.
So to put the Swans back in front, goal for goal that Eddie had. Doesn't mind it off the boot, but slides across the face. And again, there's Bradshaw in the right spot. Did he push that time? He's going to play on. He's going to drop it back to O'Keefe.
Well, that's a harder kick, Jared, I would think, for O'Keefe on the left side, where Bradshaw might have played around and done the old boomerang from the point post.
No, he'll kick this.
Well, he's got to start at probably a metre to the left of the left goal post, I would think. If we have a look at a metre, so you use the old left foot hook.
Keep going, Dan.
So can he do what Malcheski couldn't? Yes, he can. Never in doubt.
Jared, you were just talking about O'Keefe pushing up to the ground. He's just in the North Melbourne forward line now, and Frito's just electing to sit behind the play.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, Shorey. I think they're really trying to expose Frito by taking him into the midfield. But not sure he's as uncomfortable in that role as some would think.
It's a good tackle by Edwards. He's been rewarded here.
Well, he's attacked the ball today. He hasn't had a major impact, but he has attacked the ball. He's kicked one goal, and that's what you want to see from Aaron Edwards. We know he's got enormous ability, normally a fairly good kick, and that's just good defensive play, and the coach would be wrapped probably more than taking a mark inside 50 on that.
For his second, 30 metres out. It's through. North Melbourne back in front. Big Hamish.
Tell you what, the last 5 minutes, the Kangaroos, this has turned around now.
It's been ebbing and flowing, hasn't it?
Ebbing and flowing, and they've got the 5 minutes now.
And they've picked up the one-on-one. Shaw on Hale, didn't quite get it long enough.
Adams was in and under. He won the free kick because he was first at it.
Well, this has come about in the last 5 minutes because they're just the constant pressure that is built on the Sydney Swans. They haven't been able to work their way from defence easily. And that crumb, this is just, well, desperation, getting under the line. You've got to get a free kick for it.
Again, another fumble from Kennedy.
Yep.
So it's been a low-scoring quarter, and North's biggest lead so far has been 7 points. He can equal that, and he does. It's a timely goal for Adams and for the Roos. He's a terrier. He's always first at it. And he won the free kick, and he gets just a bit of breathing space for the Kangas. And Wells, not quite out yet. Right. Ball is out. Here's McGlynn dancing around. Handball out wider. Looked away from Shaw. Knew Jeddah was out there. Could have kept going, perhaps. But beautiful pass.
Beautiful kick.
It's causing some problems for the Kangaroos, Jeddah. And you heard McGlynn there. He's been put on notice from the umpire for his tactics on Daniel Wells.
Jesse's at the back. Couldn't do much there. Umpire waits for it to come out. It's not.
Lockie Hansen disappointed with himself there, fumbled.
I think they're going to have to look at the role Jesse White is playing, sure. When he's played well, he seems to be up the ground in space.
Yeah, leads up.
And at the moment, he's being asked, I think, to play the deepest role, and he just seems to be running into players.
Fumble from Zeeble allows Kennedy to give it to Goods, who hasn't been doing much, but he's kicked his second. Bounce down. Goldstein got around his opponent to tap it back in the right direction, and they swarm to it. Sydney want to hold it in.
Bye. It's under your leg, Andrew.
Well, everybody forward to the centre now. Matty.
Yep. The entire
Bradshaw's
36 players.
at centre half back.
Bolton. That's Craig to Adam Goods. Again, the sidestep. Again, he cuts through, but did enough to get it. Now, they've got no one to kick to. They're going to have to run it here. Grundy
Keep going.
Keep going. He can actually kick a goal. They're not going to come to him just yet. O'Keefe with the Shepherd. Missed it. Grundy from 55. Red and white people behind the goal. Stand and cheer. Lady just pulling off her glasses and just offering them to the umpire just on the fence. Good quick give from Harding. Wells on the burst again. He's legged. He'll have a shot at goal.
It's gone up a notch this game, Shuri.
Yeah, well, I think the Sydney Swans, if Bradshaw kicked that goal, that would have been the biggest margin, I think, nearly the game. Here's Mattner in that marking contest and just went over on the ankle and knew it straight away. Don't know what the biggest margin's been, Matt.
7 points.
So it would have been the biggest margin if Bradshaw kicked that goal. Now Wells can do it down the other end.
Daniel Wells from 50 metres out. Has the distance, has the accuracy, and once again scores a level. He's lost the footy. Lost his shorts and the ball. And away go North again. The tempo has increased here at Etihad. Strong take, Warren.
Well, he'd be happy with that, Betty Warren. He's been on the lead 100 times this game and everyone's been over his head or at his toenails.
He keeps it low and drives it onto the chest of Hales, 70 metres from goal.
Well, the Swans have certainly lifted, probably by about 25%. What I'm not sure they anticipated was that the Kangaroos were going to go with them.
Harvey, another short pass, Wells again.
That's the matchup. They need someone. I don't know whether Reece Shaw just went to him then, but I thought Malcheski had him early and he came from the square. But this man, like Adam Goods, trying to win this game for his team off his own bat.
Kick the last goal. Just a short passes all the way down the line. 45 metres out. The Kangaroos have gone to the Wells and it's paying off.
Straight out, guys.
Daniel Wells with 2 goals in a row. North Melbourne all of a sudden back out to that 7-point lead. And he has certainly sparked them. A big job there for Malcheski.
Yeah, I don't like that matchup. I think Malcheski likes to be free. I think I'd go with a bloke like Reece Shaw.
Seaby won the knock and he did it well and he gave it to Kennedy. Kennedy's kicked forward. White was there. Now the crummer is O'Keefe. On the up, taken okay by Moore and he found Bradshaw. Very tight angle.
Spot on the line.
Just wondering about White, whether or not it's time to have a look at him off the ground and put somebody else out there. He's only had the 3 possessions.
I would.
1 goal, 2 to Bradshaw. This a tough kick, but he nails it.
Now Boomer Harvey's pushed forward, so this has made a change too. Reece Shaw's gone to Boomer Harvey. Now they've just swapped over on Kieran Jack, and Reece Shaw has gone to Lindsay Thomas.
Seaby pushing. Out the back. Working hard is Swallow as usual. It's a rolling maul at the moment. Zeeble almost broke through. Kerr to Jude Bolton. Quick hands to Jack. Took his time. They've forced it out wide of the shore. Not a lot of room to move for him. He gets boot to ball. And the spoil from Ferrito was a big one.
Well, Swallow is always going to have a tough day when Kirk lines up on you at the present time. He needs to find some more footy, just 7 possessions.
Adams got it out and Wright was going through, but he couldn't get there. And it's holding the ball.
You drag it under, doesn't matter.
So Jared Moore will take the free kick. Kirk just peeled off and he got free and he's got time. Now he measures the kick to no one in particular. It's a tough one for O'Keefe. He's trying to keep it in and he's been successful. Ring-a-ring-a-rosy from Grimer.
What would you do with Swallow, Shuri? Would you put him in a tagging role on somebody to give him a chop out?
Well, I don't think that's the area of concern at the moment. I just leave him free ball in midfield if you can. Yeah, I don't think that's the area of concern, really. They're still in this game by a long way. I think both coaches will go with the status quo at the moment.
It's tight there, and there's the man in question. As soon as he grabbed it, he was wrapped up.
What would happen if Swallow went to the forward pocket?
Well,
would Kirk go with him?
Probably not, no. They'd swap over. You'd have Malcheski or someone like that to take over, so you couldn't get him off that way, Jared, off the leash.
Jude Bolton just got boots of ball. Malcheski went through, picked up by Hanbury, wanted it bad, wanted it good, wanted it long, wanted a goal! Margin at 5, so 2 goals from North, met by 2 goals from the Swans, and they win the clearance here.
Good hands,
Jude Bolton out in front of Kennedy, right with him McMahon, sweating on him, and North hoping to see it over through Grimer.
They're the 2 issues in the forward line, the Swans. White and Kennedy just need to have a greater impact on the game.
Boomer Harvey off for a spell. Jack goes with him.
CB the punch down in front. No one there though for Sydney. Bastanak had a big first quarter. Been quiet since.
And Daniel Wells came straight onto the ground for Boomer Harvey's gone straight to the forward line, picked up by Kennelly, Jared.
You've had your on Matner?
Yeah,
Smithy?
yeah, I have, Matty, and he looks okay. So it's been restrapped, and he looks like he's coming back on.
Thanks, Smithy. Here's Jetta. That's quick hands to Shaw. Loads it up, top of the square.
Jesse.
The back, Jesse White with a big hanger.
That's the one he's been looking for. Oh, what a grab. Much better player out in space. And finally, he gets involved in the match in what is one of the better marks we've seen at this stadium for a long time.
Now, Jared, I wouldn't put my house on this kick. The one thing about Jesse White, they say, is a power athlete, and that just shows just a standing leap. But sometimes the concentration can wane. He should kick this.
He deserves the goal. It was a great mark. This for the biggest margin of the day for Sydney.
Never in doubt. Oh.
Yes, indeed. Big mark. Big goal in the context of the game by Jesse White. Sydney, 3 quick goals, and Hansen with running repairs.
Now, this will be a challenge for him because Ferrito's gone to him. And if he stays dangerous, well, Ferrito will be there. But we know he can counter-attack really well.
North will be desperate to get the next one. Holding the ball again.
You pull it in, you take him on. Going to try and get rid of this Mumford. He's kicked before and turned it over, but he's worked it all right here.
Goods, can he go over the top? He does. Waiting for it, Hanbury, man in the pocket, spots him up. O'Keefe has it. Now we just saw Bradshaw kick a beauty from here. He's a right footer. Better side for O'Keefe.
Gee, the umpire's not even taking any notice of how O'Keefe's come around by 5 metres there, Jared.
Ryan, you're good. If he lined him up with the middle of the goals, he's supposed he'd be
down the race.
Metres around.
Yeah, exactly.
Needs a protractor.
Yeah, exactly.
Kick from O'Keefe.
Pushed it.
Yeah, just slides across the front.
All clear, Chase. Thanks, Jesse.
How far, Smithy? You were right behind it. How far did Ryan O'Keefe sneak around there?
I reckon it was a good 5 metres, Jared. So he stooges the umpire there. He should have been actually nearly on the boundary on the fence. So if he had a straight line in between the goals and the marks. So he's done well there, Ryan O'Keefe, but unfortunately he missed the goal.
It's a 2-goal margin as Bastanak takes them on and clears it. He wants Edwards. Bolton will arrive in time. Seen him do that so many times. Spoil to Kennelly. Goods.
We've got a problem here, the Kangas. They've got to match up on Adam Goods.
He measures the pass to Hanbury again.
He still hasn't got a man, Jared.
No.
Oh, and he's walked around 5 metres as well, Smithy. It's all happening down there. More.
They got him
60 metres out.
Kirk did it well. Great kick, spotted him early and delivered it, and Kirk was good enough to use his body to protect the space behind and snuck it. Can he convert?
Line's good.
Gee, that's a penetrating kick. And well done to Kirk, just to use your body without your hands. It's good to see in a one-on-one marking contest up against Andrew Swallow. Massive kick here, massive kick.
They've kicked 3 in a row. This for the 4th and a margin of 18 points. He does it.
Got
Quick hands, but not getting away from Kirk was Swallow. Taken by Jude Bolton. Threw it on the boot. Cleared away from the pack of players. Frito made good position. And he's just, well, it was rugby style. He just handed it to him. Said, you take it and get it back, Lee Adams. Here's Hanson, the man that Smithy just talked about. It was Hale. Good handball by Hale. Hanson now. Roberts Thompson, can he get free? He just kicks it out of there, says, I don't want anything to do with this. And it's out of bounds on the full. It's coming back again.
Well, it was a mad play in the end because they're going to hold it up. You would think they won't be able to get it inside 50, but they got a short pass. But one-on-one.
Bastanak kicks it long. Goods in good position.
He's a bit of a watch-you-see-what-you-get player, though, Lewis Roberts Thompson. We know he makes some blues, but, gee, he was in front, and he's been a pretty reliable player. Like it was half-time of a premiership side, was winner of the Norm Smith medal.
No doubt.
9 disposals in the first quarter in the grand final.
He's had a darn good career for the Swans.
That's it, Michael now.
Moore,
Bring it on. Come on.
not sure about his options. One-on-one, Bradshaw went for the big leap.
That's a free kick, Jared.
Rogue Scotty Thompson.
Oh, you've got to give that a free kick. That's an unreasonable attempt to mark the ball. And even you can see Daniel Bradshaw, he knows he got away with that. But can you argue this one for me, Jared? Did he, just because he touched the ball?
Well, it's a question whether it was reasonable or not. Now, if he had stuck the mark, sure.
Well, it's a mark, but he didn't.
That'd be a home at today's Doncaster, that right? Gee, the Kangaroo fans had a case there.
I just like to work through it as in, you know, is it an unreasonable attempt to mark the ball? That would be a free kick in the umpire's eyes. But is he saying that it wasn't unreasonable if he marked it? Well, of course it would have been a mark, so I don't know.
So what will happen from it? It's tough and close.
Swallow is getting worked over by Brett.
Is he what?
He's still going, though, the young kid. He's all tribute to him. I still think, sure, he could stick him in the forward pocket and get Kirk out of there.
Cheddar didn't waste it, gave it over to Kieran Jack. Wants to move it quickly. Now he's going back.
Well, I think he's improved his kicking. Well, not improved, but he's a better kick as coming from a rugby background with a football background. Not an outside chance of not kicking this one, Kieran Jack, if he wants to go for it. Oh, you're right. Well, Kirk, if they push him, he won't go deep, though.
Well, at least then Swallow gets a drop out.
And someone else gets a chance.
Jack's kick. Across the face. Hanson was in good possession. Frito shouldered his arms and gave it to Rawlings. Handball over the top is a good one. It measured away. They're breaking now. Bastanak got it from Thompson. Frito kept going into the centre of the ground, but it's a fair bit of red and white here.
Did it again, Lewis Roberts Thompson in front.
Goods, handball out wide.
Got the 1-2.
O'Keefe cut back the other way. He's going to go by himself again.
Sold the dummy twice.
Kicks it high. This time Bradshaw doesn't climb up. This time he stays on his feet.
He is sensational with the ball in his hair. His ball in the air. He just knows how to use the body so well. And wasn't it brilliant from Ryan O'Keefe? He had 3 dummies and then just waited for someone to present because the Kangaroos had 2 or 3 extras down there.
That's it, Scotty.
And Bradshaw was smart enough to back into space, and this kick was superb.
Stay behind it.
Just great body use.
His kicking hasn't been great this afternoon, but he nails that one. And it's a big goal for the Swans.
Well, he's been a fantastic get, hasn't he, Jared? He had knee problems pre-season. I think he missed the first round, First round, he's been back. But you're right, he just knows how to play. And Ryan O'Keefe, not up to his normal standards in today's game, although his second half's been better. Just the penetration, and they're the way just to use the body. Premiership player, and that was just magnificent the way that he held his own then. It's his third match.
He's played all games.
But he did play?
He played all games. 25 points now, biggest margin again, 3-3, and he's put one out in the full as well today.
Swans are one short in defence. Jetta's up on the wing, hasn't quite worked out. The Zeeble is lurking at centre-half forward. We've just seen him on the right of screen, perhaps. No, he's missed.
Well, they got the clearance.
Oh, they've won it here, Sydney. Kennedy from outside the 50, straight and through.
Well, good pick-up for Sydney has been Kennedy. He's a kid that was getting only half a chance at the Hawks. They isolated him, nominated him, and thought that he would do better if he got more exposure. And he's come up with a pretty good goal here. And well done to Mumford as well. I think he's also been targeted by the Swans, and he's delivering.
Well, that follow-up play, Jared, as that ruckman to create that spillage is pretty good to see. You did a lot of it last week, not so much this week, but well done. Clubs.
I think it's a love job, that second one, sorry.
Kennedy can't get free this time. In the way, Rawlings. The ruse through Adams. Promising movement here. Hale out in front of Wells. Uses the body. Can't get rid of Shaw, though.
Good play.
And on the outlet is Hanbury. Spots up Goods.
Oh, good mark.
Thought about White. As it slow things down.
Well done, the Reece Shaw down there. Daniel Wells had the set, and then they just break like they did.
Well, that was just a classic 2-on-1 there. Swallow went to Hanbury, so Kirk came forward and picked it up.
Goods. Wanted Bradshaw. Found him.
Well, they have worked this out beautifully, the Swans. They have kicked it to the advantage side for Bradshaw so often, and he is dangerous when he's behind. He's dangerous when he's in front on the lead, but geez, he's dangerous when he's behind. And once again, he just blocked the space, and it was a magnificent kick from Adam Goods to set this shot at goal.
Straight on drop punt, Jared. He's come out 2 steps across his body.
I'd come out, but
so would I.
He's kicked a lot more goals than I ever did.
He'll kick a drop punt, but he'll come out a bit. No, he's gone around the corner. Doesn't matter, Tony, he's kicked the goal. Boundary throw in right on the 50 for the Swans. Mumford's at it again.
He's just body slammed him.
Underneath it all was Adams.
But his inclination, Shane Mumford, to go at ground level is fantastic for a ruckman.
Well, it wasn't the last quarter North Melbourne fans were hoping for. They were 3 goals down, and unfortunately the leaders just kept going in the wrong direction. And the Sydney Swans' bright start to the 2010 season continues. In the end, they've won by 40 points, and they now have 3 wins from their first 4 games, including 2 on the road. So things looking bright for Paul Roos and his new team, and they've been very good in this second half today.